Picked up a guitar around high school because it was cool, and you know, girls love the guitar swingers, and which I'm not, but I try to be. And so yeah, just played a lot of sports, basketball, and I was a runner predominantly, and sang as much as I could. My dad was a music minister, so that was kind of what drew me to music in general. I married my high school sweetheart in '04.
We were in a play together, The Little Shop of Horrors, and I remember, I very well remember the first time that I kind of noticed him. We were in the music room practicing for the play, and he started singing his first solo, and I looked down the aisle and I was like, who is that? He can really sing. And that was the beginning of it.
One day, Laney and my wife were just sitting around, and I don't know how it came up, said, hey, you want to go to Nashville?
We just sat down, hanging out one Valentine's Day, and started talking about moving to Nashville, and just decided to do it.
I'll be a singer, you know. We knew absolutely nothing. She said, sure, why not? Why, you know, now, while we can do it. Really started just looking for jobs and started playing up at the Bluebird and stuff, trying to figure out what it's all about, what you gotta have, what tools, you know, you gotta, what craft you gotta hone, you know, what everybody's looking for.
How I met Walker. There's a golfing buddy of mine. His name is Greg O'Brien, and his wife was in the industry, and I got to know him. And one day he says to me as we're playing golf, hey, I've got this guy I want you to listen to.
He was out here playing, and I mean, like he so often does, just sitting out here playing the guitar, kind of singing around, and our neighbor a couple doors down heard him and came down. Ends up that she was working at Universal, and just kind of got to know them and got to be good friends with them, and her husband, is actually the one that introduced Walker to his now manager.
So I said, well, okay, bring him by. That's what I do, you know. I sit here and people bring people by and I listen to them sing and stuff like that. And sure enough, they came walking in, we got some coffee, Walker started singing. I said, well, sing another one. Well, you wrote that? And I was just blown away with Walker. I got up and locked the door. You're not going anywhere. Don't anybody move.
He was coming up here to be a singer, and of course I thought he had the voice and he had the talent and the look, and I knew he could do it, and I had faith in him. But it wasn't until we got here and we realized what the industry was really like that we sort of thought we were a little crazy.
He wants to play on the street. But he's going to tell you the story. It's a great story. I mean, he loves it. It really scares me. Downtown has always scared me. When I first moved to Nashville, it wasn't like it is now. Lower Broad was scary.
I finally get a record deal, dude. Record my own CD. 18 bucks. I wonder if they'll promote it.
I mean, I would consider this as part of my story, you know, and it's a cool thing. I mean,
Look me up if you're ever on the West Coast, and that was all she wrote. Said like every like other like were, but it never like got like on my nerves, cause I was hanging on the West Coast curves all night long. She wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm telling you what, she could turn some heads. Lord knows I'll never forget getting my world rock Fountain Valley girl, yeah.
I mean, I can't wait for a big shot label exec, you know, who's used to saying, you know, do you do showcases at the Rutledge and all these nice places? And I can say, hey, I've played on the streets.
I don't know why you need me, oh baby, I ain't worth the lick. No, I don't know how a guy like me winds up with a girl like you.
I've had birds crap on my notebook. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, not everybody can say that now, you know? Not everybody's willing to do that. And man, it's fun, you know, it's good times.
You're watching Walker Hayes right here on RFDTV.
Fountain Valley girl. Woo! Hey, Chrissy's not a big fan of playing on the streets. He thinks it's dangerous, but it's pretty cool. Look at all these loving people. How's it going? Nothing. Baby, I've been
You know what? This is a crazy town, and you never know how stuff's gonna happen, how things are gonna go, how your big break's gonna come, whether it's ever gonna come. But I got a call from Doug. He took some songs to Autumn House at Capitol Records.
I actually do a little song plugging on the side, probably like twice a year, that I just try and get out to some A&R people and whatnot, get some feedback.
Well, his co-writer, friend from home in Alabama, Doug Waterman, who's a songwriter publisher, came in to play songs for Keith Urban, and he had about 5 songs on his CD. And I think Doug is sort of new to writing, and he's got kind of a fresh, different perspective. And the songs weren't really Keith, but the last song he played was just quirky enough to pay attention to, and I thought the singer was really great. Naturally, I hear a lot of singers.
It's not, you know, it's like I said, you always imagine how it's gonna feel, and it's almost, it hasn't hit me.
It was just like, oh my God, this guy better be as good in person as I think he is. And we went over, hung out, he played a few things. I was so in awe of just like, you were like a gem. I mean, how have you just been, you know, walking the sidewalks of Music Row and you haven't, you know, I know he had one little foray, and it's unfortunate for him, but fortunate for Capitol that we got him.
I have to give kudos to Autumn House at Capitol Records. She heard through a lot of things that we were trying to do. We tried to do this 8 different ways just so we could get some attention, because we know he has what it takes to be a great artist.
I came back to Mike Dungan, the president, and just jumped up and down and said, please, 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 you got to come see this kid. And Mike came down to see him, and he played a few songs, and he got it, and we offered him a record deal. So, yay.
So you never know how things turn out. The song we had just written, you know, a few nights before would be one that broke the ice.
You know, I think what he does is so fresh to him, and he's got so many places in his voice that are so cool, and just, you know, a really solid guy, funny and smart and great family, and it just all is like he came to us with like a big red bow on it. It was just like, okay, when's the other shoe gonna drop? There's gotta be something funky here, but so far so good, yeah.
I don't know why you love me, but I sure am glad you do.
As of now, I guess I'm just kind of
Baby, I sure am glad you do. No, I don't know why you want me, because you could have your pick. And I don't know why you need me, baby, I ain't worth a lick. I don't know how a guy like me winds up with a girl like you. I don't know why you love me, but I sure am glad you do. Baby, sure am glad you do.